Hello and welcome to Deconstruction Gaming's first live stream. Don't have a lot of agenda. I'm going to try to do these on Tuesdays so that we can talk about any new patch notes or information that comes out of the Old Republic. Beyond that, I think we'll just run some heroics and talk about anything that comes up. Obviously the big news from today is the Cartel Market stuff. If there's anything that you ever wanted to buy, now's the chance to do it. For those of you that haven't looked, if you look at the Cartel Market, there are now 95 pages of items that you can buy. So there was some item that you really wanted at some point that has been taken off. Now's your chance to get it. I'm sure everybody saw all those. Hopefully the audio is okay. It's a little thundery on this planet.
Seem to be some hollow records stored in these.
So if you're looking to grind CXP, heroics can be a good way to do it. Everybody has their own kind of route that they like to run on these planets for speed. I've got different paths I've taken over time. Interesting thing about Zyos is there's not really a lot of combat on this one. It's mostly just running around and collecting things. I like to kind of come down the middle here, collect a whole bunch of the hollow records all at once, and then go jump on the speeder. Let's see how many of these bodies we can get. Oh, this will be a little bit of combat. I will sometimes set my companion just DPS to make these a little bit quicker. Let's go ahead and do that. So this spot here is not a bad place to pick up a lot of your hollows. You can get 1, 2, 3, and 4 all from this one spot. And then all you have to do is pick up the last one on the bridge after the speeder bike run. Saves you a little bit of time. If you're grinding heroics, speed is kind of your friend. The quicker you get through them, the quicker you get experience, the quicker you get CXP crates. Which can be a pretty slow grind. So that's 4 of the 5, all in one spot. Like to shoot down the back here. Head over to these stairs. Another thing I like to do on these guys, they'll almost always stun you right away. So I'll have my companion attack first. That way he gets the stun. So as we pop up here, we should be able to pick up one of the last bodies. And then we do the speeder run. If for some reason you don't get all 5 here, you can go up there. There's another one hidden up there, or you can just do the speeder and get one on the other side. They're spread out all over. If you see anything that you do differently, always looking for tips, feel free to add a comment that talks about a different route or a different strategy you use. I'd really like to share that with everybody. One thing I have done a few times is forget to do the binoculars here at the end. So make sure you do that, otherwise you have to come back. Alright, we got a couple bodies to grab. Finish up our droids. And then we just have to make a run through the hollow area. That one's not being friendly at all. It's 3 in a row that were fails. Alright, so worst case scenario, here's another body. If this one doesn't work, there's actually some inside the instance as well that you can get. Nope. Is that 4 in a row? Different people have different ways they like to do this as well. I like to grab 2 of these just in case I run out of time, but that doesn't happen very often. Go ahead and trigger this droid so it starts that counter. Grab ourselves a spare battery. See if we can get our last body here. There we go. And now we wait for the droid to finish, and off we go. If you do this right, you can get through it all in one battery. The only thing you gotta be careful of is when you get to these, make sure you don't move before the timer clicks down, otherwise you have to come back and do it again. So I like to come up the right hand side here, swing around and grab this one. Continue up the hill, Swing around and grab this one. And then down this path, you'll grab the last one. And then you should cut down this little ramp right here. And fight this guy. And that's it. That one's done. And as long as we click this before our droid runs out of power, we're good. So as we leave, you'll see all the holograms kick up. And we should get the victory message just on the other side of the bridge here. And that's it. Ziost is done. Unfortunately, if you try to quick travel, that will take you up to the station, which means you got to go through the loading screens to come back down. If you haven't used it yet, you can use your travel here since it auto travels you back, or you can just drive back. Either way, this is a little bit quicker. Oh, nope, guess not. That was the wrong thing. They just uploaded my data. They may have changed that since I've done these last. I haven't ground heroics in a long time. See 2 people in the stream, so if there's anything wrong with the audio, let me know in the chat. Alright, we do have to come in here to finish the last mission though, and you'll get a light side or dark side choice. So this is nice. 12,000 command experience, which should probably get us maybe 3 more boxes out of this. Let's look. 2 more. Now I'm not going to open these because I am saving them to apply towards my combat medic gear. Fortunately, I've done this enough that I have a full set of DPS gear, so I'm trying to build some combat medic gear. Alright, what else? Let's do CZ. CZ is quick. This one can go well or slow, kind of depends on how many people are doing it. We'll keep our companion on DPS until it becomes a problem. If you're a gunslinger or Imperial agent, these are nice because you can clear the whole room. My sad little circle is not near as strong as theirs. Alright, so we grab a couple of boxes there and then down into the main room here. So I get greedy. I like to open 2 of these at a time. And we got pretty lucky. Neither one of those spawned a droid. So then for a Republic run, I like to pop over here, grab this guy. 2 more of these crates. And it looks like we're gonna have to fight. Alright, so not sure if it's really a secret, but I like to finish in here because there's 2 more of these things. Somebody's already been to that one. There's another droid. And there's usually also some lock boxes or different things over there. So it looks like somebody's been through here before me. So, oh, there it respawned. And there's our champion.
You needn't worry, sir. My armored chassis is impenetrable to your touch, no matter how repetitive.
Alright, now we go into the main area. So notice I've got 3 of each of the pickups. Like I said, looks like somebody's come through before us, so I'll have to grab what we can. Hello, Whittister. Welcome to the chat. Let me know if the sound's okay. It's part of the test here. Trying to make sure the mic and game volume are agreeing with each other. If one needs to be louder, let me know. So that must be the person that's coming through before us. I do normally like to come down here and grab both of these containers, but come over here and grab this one. It's gonna be a race, see who can get to the boss droid first.
Overwhelming force.
I go ahead and switch him back to heals so normally I would grab that container that guy's at. I would ignore those guys, slide down this side, kill the group that's here, get that container, and then move on to the boss. So that would be a perfect run. Sometimes it just doesn't go that well. But we did beat him to the droid, so that's respawning behind us. We can grab that when we're done. The other thing on this run that happened is somebody came through before us and killed a lot of the droids that you just killed to get here, which means our kill count for this mission is a little bit low. So we're gonna have to run around and just fight some stuff to get that up. So now we just gotta get some kills. If you're running this imp side, it's nice because you come over here, kill some stuff, then you drop off the side and kill the droid. It's actually pretty quick.
Absolutely, sir. My success is a mathematical and moral certainty.
Unfortunately, if you run the anti-toxin mission, those kills don't count towards this since they're not Berserker forces. So you have to kill them out here. It's like we're gonna come up one short. Which hopefully we can get. So normally I would have tried to grab that group and grab this group. Alright, down into the instance will go here. I get greedy, try to group as many up as I can. A lot of people don't like doing these because they get to be a little grindy once you've done them over and over and over again. On the flip side, if you get efficient at it, and you'll notice that I used command boost, you can actually get a lot of CXP this way. Two things you can do here. You can kill all three groups if you want to. You can get away with only killing this group. And even when he pulls us in here, we should be able to not pull aggro. Just have to kill one of these tentacles. And we do a last check. Return, 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 return. Make sure we didn't forget something. And CZ is done.
It's not your time.
Now, a weird thing about CZ is when you click on that, it doesn't give you credit for the weekly. And I have left before and forgotten to actually click on it. You have to click it a second time to get your weekly. And it's well worth it. Alright, let's see what else looks good. Could do Oricon. Black Hole and Section X a little slower. Yavin 4 is not bad. Some people like IOCast, some people don't. Haven't done these in a long time since they put this new section or this new system in. What happens if we click on CZ again? It's one for the weekly and one for the daily. Yeah, just didn't clear it out of my activities log here. So, alright, Oricon it is. Not sure if we can get Oricon and Yavin in the next half hour. We'll see. Before they moved the big experience boost to the weekly, you used to be able to just do the heroic area. Yeah, this one's going to be a little slower because you have to do the heroic now to get the weekly. But again, that weekly's worth it, right? 15,000. Used to be able to just grab like one mission here, 2 missions, get the area mission, and get all the experience, but let's do it a little bit slower. But again, for the amount of CXP you get for that weekly, it's hard to turn it down. This is another planet where a lot of people have different ways they like to do it. My old efficient path isn't as good as it used to be because you have to do the weekly now. Used to be able to do everything and end in the cave to the north. Get done really fast, but I would skip the terraforming devices and the tower. I would do this one here, the area. You got a free bonus one already completed, so that would kick in. You come up here, you kill this guy, quick travel back to here, and you were done. So it's a little slower now than it used to be. But we should still do alright.
It's not your time.
So I'm gonna put my companion here back on DPS because I hate killing those guys because they stun you so much, so I'll just send him over to take care of that for me. Fortunately, my friend 4X there is a level 50 companion, so he should be able to take care of stuff. Yeah, they got him down to half health. Now, when I used to run this, I would kill all these groups because I wanted to kill everything before I got to the last chamber, but now that we have to do the terraforming devices and stuff, we're gonna skip them because we'll have plenty of opportunity to kill things. Can't remember if the bonus seeker droid missions give you very good CXP or not, so in the spirit of exploration, we will do them just to see. If you haven't done the seeker droid missions, then that bonus doesn't become available to you. I'm not sure how far you have to get into it to unlock that bonus. You probably have to heal up here in a little bit. Make him do the work. Alright. So these little outcropping roots that are popping up are what you have to scan for the seeker droids. You'll either get a red or a green. Green if it works, red if it doesn't. I think the first time you do it, you have to do 5. Might be wrong. But then every time after that, it's 3. I know a lot of these Oricon missions, the first time you do it, the numbers are different, but the second time you do it, or the dailies you do it, they lower the numbers so it goes a little bit faster. Alright, let's see if our luck's holding up. Hopefully it works better than the bodies that we had to scan over and over again. Should be one more right there.
Live.
Oh, we're up to 3 watching.
Like, I don't think.
Alright, got a chat that we're a little laggy, so that's part of the reason we're testing here. I'm going to jump into OBS and change a setting here. Let's see if this makes it better. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't show that I'm dropping frames or anything, but lowered the bit rate a bit. We'll see what that happens. Thanks for the feedback, Whittister. If you tell me if it improved anything, or it might be on your side. Alright. Now these guys do count for the kill mission, which is kind of nice. Now for this guy, I definitely like to put my companion on TPS. If you don't put out a lot of damage, this guy can be a little bit of a pain in that a lot of his moves will auto heal himself. So right when we attack him here, you're going to notice that he puts out this first move. It's extract. We want to interrupt that. Otherwise he'll heal himself. And he's going to grab one of these guys, so you want to kill that. Otherwise he extracts health from that. And if you do those things, he dies really fast. If you don't, he can last a very long time because he just keeps re-healing himself. When these first came out, I remember fighting that guy on one of my tank characters forever because I didn't know about the interrupts. It took me forever to kill him. So normally at this point I would essentially be done in the old system, but so what we're going to do is we're going to cut down, grab the tower, grab this guy, and then we'll take care of the heroic last. Did we get our third? Yeah, I think we got all of our secret droid. Yep, we got all of our secret droid stuff. I guess I didn't pay attention to see if it gave us any good CXP or not. Should have paid more attention. Well, what we'll do is we'll do the other bonus mission here and see what it gives us. Alright, so I'm gonna put my companion on passive so that we outrun all those guys that we aggroed. Alright. Don't run over there. Come back.
Acknowledged. On my way.
Probably should help him out. Ah, he took one for the team.
It's an honor to serve.
So I get away with a lot doing these in that I'm a commando, so I can do lots of damage. Wear heavy armor so I take lots of damage. And if I need to, I can heal myself, which is sometimes unfair. Is the lag any better, Whittister? Alright, so when I do this bonus mission, I do it a little different than some, because I like to try to skip as much as I can. So I'm going to come back down here before these guys respawn, because you need 5 of these, and I don't want to collect any on the other side. So we're going to grab them out here. Okay, so we got a chat confirmation that the lag is better. So it's not dropping out anymore or pausing. Alright, so now that we've got all 5, we just have to get to the end. So I'm gonna mount up and just drive by as much of this stuff as I can. And it's okay if you pull aggro, as long as they don't knock you off. So our goal is just to get back here. Now you could collect these along the way, but if you turn here, and if you drive all the way back to this spot right here, they will all evade and you don't have to fight them. So now you can pop back out here and just fight the boss, which can save you a little bit of time instead of having to fight all those mobs. Guess we could put our companion back to fighting mode so we don't have to kill this guy by ourselves. Alright, the bonus mission gave us what? Looks like nothing of value. Alright, so now we're going to do something very similar to what we just did to try to skip a lot of these mobs so we don't have to kill them all. So again, we're going to blow by them here on our mount. If you're lucky, somebody comes through here and kills them for you and you don't have to worry about it. But if you're not, we're going to come around the corner here. We're going to drive down this side. And then right here, we're going to cut across to the center here. And then you'll notice that they all evaded again. So now you can come back here and go into the instance without having to fight all those guys. Again, if you're doing this for speed, it definitely helps. You do give up a little bit of CXP because killing those guys will get you some CXP, so that's the trade-off you have to decide on. But I'd rather get that weekly done. that 15,000 CXP is worth it for me. When I'm doing this melee, a lot of times I'll have my companion attack one side while I kill the other. But as a ranged character, it's not a big deal to switch back and forth. And I am pre-wired to collect every piece of loot. So even if it's 3 credits, I have to click on it. I can't leave those glowy blue lines in the sky. Alright, so the boss can spawn either over here or over here. Depends on his mood. But not a hard fight. Again, this is another one of those. Make sure you click on the thing before you leave, otherwise you have to come back. We're back up to 3. Alright, so out here they give us a little quick travel. We can go to the watchtower steps. It's a dice roll to find out whether you go to the north side or the south side. Let's cross our fingers and hope for the south side. And we did not. We got the north side. So you're either going to respawn here or down here. If we would have respawned down here, it just would have made this part quicker. If we went the other way, this would have been ideal, but it's not a huge deal. Just have to travel a little farther. Again, I pretty much am going to avoid most of the mobs. Just try to get the missions done. We've already knocked out our kill achievement just in killing the stuff we had to. Alright, so somebody's fighting here. I like to not come in and swoop in and steal their item from them, so we'll just go on to the next one. A lot of these, if you're careful, if you go around the outside, you can avoid the mobs, avoid the aggro. Problem with that being is when this one mob that always spawns after you collect them spawns, he could get you into a situation where you pull that aggro anyway, so a lot of times I just kill him. Again, now that they're all worth CXP, it's less of a hassle. It's not a lot, you know, that's 11 and 5, should get 5 more for this guy. Same thing on this one. If you're doing it for the first time, you have to collect 5 of these. If you're doing it for the daily, you only have to collect 3. Looks like we're gonna get lucky. I think this is the one we killed the first. Alright. Now again, I am just pre-wired to always want to do the bonuses and stuff, so we're going to go ahead and... Oops, sorry, I went the wrong way. That would have taken us to the end. Got turned around. I'm going to go ahead and kill the bonus boss, but don't think it really gives a whole lot of CXP. Killing him will, but the bonus mission won't. Just quick, and we're here anyway. That's one we have to turn in, so we'll find out if we get anything for it. Maybe 500. Might get the 500. Alright, we'll see how fast we can take this guy down. So this is another one that, man, I've forgotten to click on this and gone all the way back to my camp and had to walk all the way back down here to do it. Alright, so if you've been here before, the nice part about where we are now is we have pretty much done everything except for the heroic. But because I've been to the heroic before, I've got a quick travel point here in the back. So we will quick travel over there, save us a little bit of walking time. Now, for some classes and for some players, solo in this part can be a little rough. I am going to make sure, just for safety's sake, we put our companion back on heals. With a healing companion and my defenses, I'm not too terribly worried. Oh, let's see if we pull two of them. That could be bad. See if we can pull him back this way. If we have to fight two, we will. Yeah, it looks like we're going to. Alright, so just for safety's sake, I'm going to stun that one. We'll kill the other one. Oh, we got unstunned. Once we get one dead here, though, it won't be too much to worry about. Alright, so ideally you don't want to fight two of these guys. That can be a little bit rough. Fortunately, we have enough defensive cooldowns that there's not too much to worry about. And we still have one defensive cooldown left here if we needed it. Well, that's one way to do it. Not the way I ideally like to kill those guys, but it works. So now all we have to do is just make the run through the transports. Again, same thing here. Different people have different routes that they like to go. Ideally, if we can avoid drawing aggro on every single spawn in here, we can get through it a little quicker.
It's not your time.
We'll see how well we do. Cutting around here, you gotta be a little bit careful. There's a spawn right around the corner there that can aggro sometimes. This group down here, it's tough to get past without fighting, so we're gonna go ahead and just kill them. If you don't have them yet, there's one of the holocron things back there for an achievement if you get all 5 of them. There's a group up there that we have to kill to get that one. So that's a little taking advantage of the pathfinding, right? You'll notice that guy is running back and forth. As I jump up here, he has to pathfind over here to find me. I aggroed my companion. We'll bring him back up here.
Acknowledged. On my way.
Get aggro back here. Alright, now that he's got me aggroed, if I jump up here, you'll notice that he runs all the way over there and goes up there, right? As soon as I step off, there's no path for him to get down here. So you'll see my companion doing the same thing. Oops, they blew me off the thing. And that's just the nav mesh for the game has made this not a walkable path. So they are forced to kind of run back and forth. If you're fighting a melee character like him, you know, I can take advantage of that, right? You know, if you find these little areas where he has trouble. Now he does have that push, which kind of messes things up a little bit, but there it is again. Alright, we'll go ahead and kill him, put our companion back on active here. And then I'll get us our last thing here. Now there used to be, yeah, okay, there's a bonus mission here. I normally don't do it. But for the sake of completeness, I guess we could do it. You have to go here and all the way down here to do it. So if you do want to do the bonus mission, you're probably better off to come up and fight this guy and then pop up here. Let's jump down there and see if we can get it here. Always pay attention. If you notice up here, my companion stunned that guy. So if you don't break the stun, it can make clearing these groups a little bit easier. Alright, so I would rarely do this bonus mission. We've actually completed the weekly, so we don't need it. But since we are streaming, we might as well be nice and complete. The nice part is if you get this at the beginning, instead of the way I did it here, you can grab these ships at the same time. So for this, we need our binoculars. And again, if you don't have the binoculars yet, that bonus mission isn't available, I don't think. So we're going to be looking for these pillars, right? So you see one there. I think they're antennas that we're scanning here. And the other one, right there. Now unfortunately the other two are on the other side of the base down here on the Imperial South side, so you'll see one there and one there. So we are going to have to go and do those. And again, my pathing on this wasn't very good because then we're fighting a bonus boss who spawns right there. As far as killing the two commanders, I like to fight this guy because you can put your back to that wall and fight him pretty good. And I've just found he's pretty easy to kill. Let's see if we can get by here without drawing aggro. Nope. Alright, we're just going to try to run away. So in here, this can be dangerous, especially if you draw aggro on those guys. See if we can do this without getting killed.
Damage exceeding specifications.
So we're going to sacrifice our companion in the sake of speed. Alright, so you notice they all kind of stayed back with him, and he held all the aggro. And then I got far enough away that when he died, I was far enough away that aggro dropped. Alright. I think I don't want to fight that guy. I guess we're going to fight him. Alright, so we'll kill this guy and then we will go back and fight the bonus boss. I mean, it's good for 113 command points, but probably a better use of our time just to skip as much of this as we can. I think one of these wings should be good enough. Just gotta get high enough so you can see over the walls, because if you can't see over these walls, then you can't see these little towers. Alright, let's see how many of these guys we can skip to get back. So, could have probably drawn aggro off that boss. Let's see if we can get around him. And then we'll slide down this side. He's going to be a problem. So I'm just going to wait for him. It'll be quicker to wait as opposed to fight him. Same thing here. If we are quick, we can get around here without drawing aggro. And then now you'll notice that this is available. This fight isn't too bad. He isn't as hard as these guys. Don't have enough stun breaks. Alright, so that was the bonus boss. So security card, we'll see if that actually gets us anything or not. So that should be everything. back to the landing zone we go. Alright, Dread Engine was that. That was Watchtowers, Decimation, Tower, Roots, False Paradise, Preemptive Strike. Yeah, I don't remember what the name of that one was, but okay, so what did we get out of that? 1, 2, 3, 4 more, so that gives us a total of 10 boxes. Yeah, we're not very close to the next one. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, I'm not opening my boxes, and I'll show you why. We'll do a wrap up here and probably call it a night, at least for this first stream. So in my inventory here, I am collecting, let's see where I stuck it. I think it's on this first tab somewhere. Nope. Nope. I need to clean out my inventory, is what this is showing me. Is it this? There it is. Okay. So up here I've got a complete set of the orange combat medic gear. And then I've got my 246 purples and some 248s. It looks like I'm still missing a helmet. And I've got the rest, it looks like, in golds. Let's see. 248, 248, 248, 248, 248, 248. Okay. So, looks like I'm just still grinding for a helmet. So I've already got my DPS gear, right? So if you look in here, I've got the full 248s, even though I slotted them into legacy gear. But when you go to open these packs, the packs will open up and give you gear based off of whatever you're spec'd into. So for right now, I'm spec'd into gunnery. So what I do is I tend to save these boxes up until I have 20, 30 of them at a time. So that puts me at 10, 15, 16. Because then I'll go ahead and I'll respec. So I'll abandon my spec, change to combat medic. Making that change means each box that I open will now give me combat medic gear as opposed to DPS gear. The nice part about that is it's based off of what you're spec'd as when you open it, not when you got it. So I just tend to save a bunch of them up and then open them up as combat medic, and then I switch back to gunnery. It's not a huge deal. You could switch back and forth for lesser number of packs, but then you have to rearrange your toolbars and redo all of your talents and stuff here, your proficiencies. So I tend to just do that as a big group. So yeah, I'll probably do that in the next week or so. My guild never needs me to heal, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. I just decided to build a combat medic set because I've already done with this set. So yeah, we're a little over an hour here. We're going to call it a night. We are a brand new channel and trying to grow, so if you stumble upon the recording of this or if you watched it live, we appreciate the time. Please do the like, share, subscribe, comment. Definitely helps the channel grow. And tonight and tomorrow we're going to try to finish up the combat version of the Datacron analysis. And then by the end of the week I'm hoping to put up the tips, tricks, and techniques video, which will just show ways that you can move around and jump and little things you can do to make finding the Datacrons a little bit easier. Once we get those 3 done, that'll complete kind of our introduction to Datacron series, and then we're going to move on into doing individual ones. I'm going to map out and find every single Datacron in the game and record it and put a guide up for each one, planet by planet. So it's kind of our plan for the next month, at least as far as SWTOR goes. We're also planning on doing some Starbound and Kerbal Space Program content, so if you're into either one of those games, look for those. If there's another game that you're really into, be interested in us covering, go ahead and leave a comment for us, and we'll see what we can do. So thanks for watching, whether you joined us in the live stream or if you actually are going to watch it later, and have a good night. We'll catch you later.